After 3 years of war with Daesh, much of Iraq is in ruins. The army declared victory over the terror group in December, but the battle has taken its toll. Hundreds of thousands of homes are now rubble, and 2.5 million people are displaced. Now it's time to rebuild.
Most people have abandoned their shops because they don't have money to rebuild. Those who have money, they are rebuilding them so they can make a living. And those who don't, they've just left the area. We hope the government will pay compensation to the people here. That would make everyone happy.
The government is trying to raise $88.2 billion and is reaching out to international donors at a 3-day conference in Kuwait. Aid groups have so far pledged $330 million, and Iraq has offered up a range of new initiatives to encourage more. Iraq's output of oil will be massively increased, and new pipelines and refineries are planned. Foreign investors can establish Iraqi companies and would be given 50-year lease contracts. And investors will be exempt from customs duties and income tax for 10 to 15 years.
Iraq is open for business. Greater growth potential in the oil and gas sector. Non-oil potential growth drivers. It is a liberated and united Iraq. It is a committed government. Stable macroeconomic framework. No restrictions on transfer of funds. Investment opportunities in all sectors. High risk, high returns.
The US Secretary of State Rex Tillerson is in Kuwait, but he isn't attending. He announced the US would contribute an additional $200 million for stabilisation in Iraq and Syria.
This is the first step that then provides the conditions for reconstruction. We have to first restore those basic utilities and keep the area safe and secure in order for reconstruction to begin.
He also announced the Export-Import Bank of the US plans to extend Iraq a $3 billion loan. But there are concerns about corruption, which aid organisations say is endemic in Iraq. In the old city of Mosul, there is no water, no electricity, and no shops are open. People are beginning to rebuild what they can with the little they have, hoping donors' money will soon find its way. Liz Maddock, TRT World.
Well, for more analysis on this, our editor-at-large Craig Copetas is in Paris and joins us now live. Craig, good to speak to you as always. Now, they do say that the value of your investment may go down as well as up. What do you make of the offering coming out of Iraq?
Well, the one metric you have to realize that is that Transparency International says Iraq is the 10th most corrupt country on the planet. And the amount of money that the U.S. says they're going to contribute this time around, $300 or $200 million, the cost of building Trump Tower in New York in 1999 was $300 million. This is chump change. What the Iraqis are asking for, $88 billion, is going to take maybe 4 or 5 times that to really rebuild the country. Because the damn thing about a war, Kamali, somebody's got to come in and pay for the cleanup, and the money just isn't there.
But people do make money, unfortunately, out of war, don't they, and out of the reconstruction in war sometimes, Craig. And I guess that's what the Iraqis are trying to suggest, that there is an incentive, perhaps an opportunity, high risk, high reward, of making some money back here.
Sure. Oh, hey, more power to them. But you mentioned the key word, war. I don't think any businessman, at least no businessman with money willing to invest overseas, looks at Iraq as a war-free zone. As far as the markets are concerned, Iraq is still at war. We don't need to go in that. The Iranian interests, the Kurdish interests, the Sunni interests, it goes on and on and on. Iraq is still at war as far as the market is concerned, and they're going to have a lot of problems bringing in that kind of money that they need. Moreover, you're not going to see Amazon moving to Mosul. You're not going to see Apple moving to Basra. And you're certainly not going to see Facebook open up a big office in Baghdad. Everything there is based on energy and oil. And good luck to them doing that, but if they don't get natural gas out of the ground, because that's the future, oil over the next 20 to 30 years is a dying business. We're always going to need it, but it's not a future investment.
I mean, can they sell their oil cheaper to encourage people to buy? They're part of OPEC, so I imagine they're tagged to that price. And how far off are they getting natural gas out of the ground to make that viable?
Right. Well, look, that's real. That costs real investment money, and who wants to go into a war zone to do that type of not only exploration but also construction and extraction? And again, the 10th most corrupt country in the world is Transparency International, and boards of directors of major companies look at that now. That is as important a piece of data as the cash flow to any business venture you start up. So, you got to wish the Iraqis the best of luck, but the country is broken, and they're going to have a real hard time getting the money to fix it up. I mean, hey, maybe they should call Beijing. The Chinese will come in and build it for them.
Okay, Craig in Paris, that's all the time we have. Thank you.